Hello everyone, Ryan Brewer of Brewed Images here. I just wanted to come on here and give you guys a quick update as to what's been going on lately and what you can expect from the channel. So first and foremost, I want to make sure that everybody knows that this is not going to be a traditional YouTube channel. I'm not hoping for algorithms to get views and stuff like that. I really am just kind of putting my work out there for everybody to see. And I will post when I have something to post. I'd like to be able to post weekly or more regularly. It just kind of depends on how things go and if I can come up with some kind of content to fill that weekly void, but I don't really have anything right now. I'm a filmmaker. I make movies, and movies take time. They're not like, you know, doing a how-to video or even just a general vlog like this is not something that I generally do. It's not something that I'm even particularly interested in doing. I like to make movies. I like to make fictional stories, and those fictional stories unfortunately take more time than doing something like this. There will be more stuff in the future. I do have other projects in the works, and I wanted to make sure I updated you all on those projects and kept you in the loop. The first one I'm sure a lot of people are wondering about right now is the Resident Evil fan film, Resident Evil Breakout Part 2. It's still in the works. The script actually has to be rewritten for a variety of reasons. Mainly because we have to recast. Our actress playing Claire moved away, and so we have to replace her. She can't come back to do the part. So we have to find someone else to play Claire. So if you know somebody, or if you yourself are interested in playing that part, and you don't mind coming out to the Midwest for a very low to no budget movie, that would be great. Let me know. Hit me up in the comments or something, and we'll see if we can work something out. Otherwise, the script does have to be rewritten, mostly because there's a new CGI movie, as any Resident Evil fan is probably very well aware. Resident Evil Death Island is being released this month. In fact, July 25th, I believe, is the release date, the official release date. The idea behind the movie that I'm making is that it would sort of take place within the canon universe, and I'm trying my hardest to maintain continuity between stories. However, the fact that a new movie is coming out kind of ruins that. And if I'm being perfectly honest with you, after seeing the first trailer, I was almost a little disappointed because a lot of the main plot points in the new CGI movie were very similar to the ones that I was doing in my movie, including like actual shots that I had in mind, as well as the concept of bringing more of the characters together. The movie that I'm making has even more characters than Death Island has, or at least that we know of so far. Obviously, I haven't seen the movie yet, so I don't know exactly how many characters are going to be in it. Point is, Death Island is coming out, and it kind of messes with the continuity that I was going for and the story that I was going for, so it kind of forced me into a position to where I need to watch that movie first and find out what happens so I know what to change in my script. Obviously, I'm aware that, you know, this is not a Capcom supported movie, or even fan supported movie for that matter, really. It's just kind of something that I'm putting out there. So that's the update on Resident Evil Breakout. Hopefully we'll have more for you. One of the other issues one of the other actors is also moving away. Unfortunately, he's in the military, and so he's getting shipped overseas, and so we couldn't film his portion of the film before he left. Basically, I'm put into a position where I have to make a completely brand new movie, which is fine. I'm cool with that. I've actually toyed around with the idea of going back and maybe trying to do a fan film based on one of the games, particularly the first game. I'm a big fan of that, and I've wanted to do that since I was in high school. The very first script I ever wrote was Resident Evil back in high school. I wrote fan-based script based on the first game because my friends and I were really into the game at the time. It's a terrible script, by the way. It's not good, and it definitely needed to be rewritten, and it is. It's been totally rewritten since then, but you get the point. Moving on. So the next update I wanted to give you guys was the controller. You probably haven't heard of this one yet because I haven't really posted anything about it, at least not here on YouTube. There are some behind-the-scenes videos on my Instagram channel that you can go and check out, as well as a few, just a couple still frames from the film itself. I haven't put together a trailer yet, but I will be revealing the poster very soon. It should be getting revealed anytime now, actually. And once that happens, we're going to get the ball rolling on filming the second part of that as well. To put it simply, The Controller is basically it's a spin-off of a story that I wrote 15 years ago, or rather a prequel, I guess would be a better way to describe it, following a whole new character. And the spin-off, the series that it's spun off of is something called Bleeder. It's a vampires series that I wrote when I first started making my own movies. It was something that it became a massive passion project for me, and I love vampires, and so I really, really wanted to make this story. However, back then, I was still very inexperienced. I didn't really know a whole heck of a lot about making movies. I just kind of set it aside because it was too big. It was just way too big for me to be able to handle at that time. But now that I've, had several years now to experiment and get better with my craft and meet more people interested in that universe, it's finally gotten to a point where I can start making it. And The Controller was sort of a simple way to get the story rolling and to hopefully build a little bit of an audience first before we jump directly into the big story that is Bleeder. It is, of course, a vampire story, and like I said, it's a prequel to the Bleeder, and it follows a character named Cece who has become a little disenfranchised about being a vampire, and she's sort of hitting this existential crisis phase of her immortal life. It just so happens that her job is being a controller, which in this universe, this particular vampire universe, means that her job is to basically keep other vampires in check, usually by killing them, because there's not usually much of a choice otherwise. But yeah, so basically when vampires start breaking the rules, Cece comes in and puts them in their place. So it's kind of an interesting story watching her go from being somebody who follows the rules to somebody who's not really interested in doing her job anymore and wants basically to be free of an immortal life. Yeah, the first part should be finished soon. I'm actually, as of this recording later today, I will be working on the score with our scoring artist Chris Wheeler, who also scored the first part of Resident Evil Breakout. If you want to check out Resident Evil Breakout, I'll put a card up or something, one of those dilly-dallies. I've been on YouTube for years. I still don't know anything about how this shit works. So that's the big update for you. I hope that keeps you guys informed, and I hope to see you guys come back to the channel and check things out more. Like I said, I would like to post more content for you guys to see in the future, but it's just, it's not really my thing. I'm more into filmmaking than anything else and always have been. But maybe, hopefully someday with this YouTube channel, with my own personal YouTube channel, that can happen. We'll see. In the meantime, make sure you hit subscribe, follow, click the little bell so that you get notifications when I do post something, and talk to you guys later.